WS on the center. 23 Savage on the gyrocopter. There's a B. 3 points in it by Armel. And you can see Tim's is sticking around as well. They want to try and kill Mikoto, but Cuckoo is going to get the dispel off with the Fortune's End. There's another dagger coming up soon though for Armel, and that might be enough to get the kill. In fact, he gets it with the scream. It's John Newell who picks up the first blood. Talon getting the driver's seat of this game. And down bottom, they actually get the Swen. And Jack Boys was dropping very, very low. But he was just a bit too low. Mid lane, haste rune for Mikoto. They will find the Ricky Tims to drop, and Mikoto gets a galvanized stack off of that. So, or rather, galvanized charge, excuse me. But look at this. Savage, gonna try and rotate down bottom. Help take down Jack Boys, but Jack Boys does have help coming in. Tims is here. They should be able to get the Shadow Shaman. And now WS could be in some trouble. TP coming in from the Pangolier, but Savage is standing guard. And Jabs, he will hit level 6, so he's got the Rolling Thunder now. In fact, they might just end up finding Savage as well off of the back of that. Savage actually came to try and help his buddy out, but instead, he's probably going to be losing his life here on the gyrocopter. Nice flame break. Savage really tanky though. With the Wand, the Lotus and the Falcon Blade, they're diving, but Savage somehow lives through it all. Still have the Lotus if need be. They will not be able to take down the gyrocopter. Not having the best starts on the Pangolier, but it is what it is. You gotta make two. Here a Stampede though, down bottom. It is on top of John Newell on the Batrider, who did get 6. But ends up losing his life for it, so not sure if that was worth it. WS done with the Blade Mail now on the center. Mid lane, so TP is coming in. Mikoto, he's gonna zip for the rune, and it's gonna be a region 1 out for him. Jokem's here though on the Shadow Shaman. Tims comes in, drops a smoke cloud, and that's gonna be the end of the Shackles. Great dodge on the Sonic Wave though, Mikoto with the ball lightning, keeping them on their toes, but Jabs might just be able to do the work here, and indeed he does. Gets the kill with the Swashbuckle. Tims will lose his life, but while that was a pretty sight to look at, that's all that really was. Not a lot of follow through on that. And oh, Cuckoo, he literally just TP'd up top here, and he's gonna get lassoed instantly. He's gonna drop the false promise, but he's most certainly dead here. Savage around as well on the gyrocopter, taking some damage. Oh, what the fuck? How did he survive that? He survived the Swen, whacking him away for so long, and instead they get the gyrocopter. I have no idea what on earth just happened there. It's gonna be invaluable. It's gonna make the co-op rather tanky with this bondage facet, because you're gonna get a lot of healing back from the Scream of Pains, but spot out WS, and without the Stampede, the Centaur, not really much of a man, much less of a horse, but they drop the Sonic Wave in order to try and take down the Centaur, but the Wand actually keeps him alive, and now Mikoto looking for more, has a double damage room, will be able to get Tims, misses on the auto attack, but Cuckoo's there to secure it with the Purifying Flames. And Mikoto, he wanted to be ready here for the power runes. WS is going to blink in and pick up the illusion rune, then pops the Stampede and runs away. Can the side of Boom find any kills? Yes, they can, or can they? The false promise is out, actually saving Joker for the timing, and now with the Shackles, they lag. Ah. Wow, okay, that is an unfortunate pause. But we're gonna jump right back in. And I think those Shackles might actually just heal up Joachim enough to put him out of the range of dying. Yeah, they will get the Pangolier in turn. Joriel actually went in on the Batrider, tried to save his body, but the case of Sibs is an incurable one. Gonna be very, very useful this game against the Ricky, against Pangolier. It's a ton of magic damage that they have, and top lane Jabs, he literally just respawns the DPs, and he's gonna be found instantly here by the side of Talon. And there's no response from the side of Boom. I mean, they might find Savage actually down bottom, but with the Purvey, Savage actually stays alive. Cuckoo comes in as he keeps his carry protected. Tims probably going to be paying the price for this. The homing missile connects, and it's Cuckoo to pick up the kill. Jackie popped his God Strength, hoping that maybe he could find Savage, but Savage just limps away. And Talon, They're gonna be able to find Rapier. Scan is dropped and they can still go and contest this, but they need to make it quick. Jabs as the Rolling Thunder. Tim's gonna be the first person in. Smokescreen was there. The Stampede came through, but the lasso. It holds 23 Savage in place as the Gyrocopter tries to find Armel with the shackles out from the Shaman. They are gonna be able to get the Queen of Pain. They lost the Oracle, who did not pop the false promise though. And it seems like the side of Boom might still be able to clean this fight up as I'm not too sure where the Aegis is. It's actually WS who picks it up on the Centaur, so Savage is gonna lose his life. And this gank is actually gonna work out for Boom. Okay, that completely caught me off guard. Huge team fight win here for the side of Boom. Right, because, yeah, I mean, it was Talon who just got the Tormentor, so it makes sense. Cuckoo gonna be a victim of a hate crime here though, but actually skedaddles on out of this. Somehow able to survive that. Mikoto goes back in with the BKB looking for Tim. Jackie pops the ult on the sweat. He's gonna instantly take out the Oracle and the Centaur. 23 Savage comes in, but his allies are all dead. He's gonna try and stand his ground and fight, but he is so capital F. I don't want to say it. Mikoto picks up the haste. And I hear a Centaur Storm. It's out onto Tim's on the Ricky. The Stormhammer dropped to try and buy the Ricky some time, but he's certainly going to be falling. Jabs goes in with the Rolling Thunder. Sonic Wave out onto 2 in the backline. Dooku unable to get the false promise off. And the Centaur is dead. He was killed by Jackie in the meantime. Cuckoo's going to try and TP out, and maybe he will live. And he will, but that fight costing the side of Talon an arm and a leg. Taking out the Centaur and the Shadow Shaman. No false promise anymore either, so Jackie can just go and bail on this tower. Oh, Mikoto, that is a very bold move. He does have the BKB, but the Lancer comes through. Can they actually get the chain stuns off? They have the time, and Jackie gets the kill. Cuckoo not there in time. In fact, he's gonna lose his life. Courtesy of the Sonic Wave, and I have absolutely no idea what Mikoto was trying to do there. That is gem lost, given over to the side of Boom, and potentially a set of frags here that's going to be taken down by the members of Boom ESPORTS. He's got a full Satanic done now too on Jackie. I mean, he's literally 6k net worth ahead of the Gyrocopter. I am concerned for the side of Talon. They're going to smoke up though. Shanuel, his smoke's going to break. He spots out the storm. They're a bit too late, but the Shaman gets the Hex off. It's not enough though. Mikoto will still fall at the end of it all. And now Jabs is in with the Rolling Thunder. False promise out onto the Shaman to try and save his life. But that just means that the Jackie Swen is going to focus down the Cuckoo Oracle instead. Even gets the Centaur in the end. As Talon lose 4. Not at all the fight they were hoping. 23 Savage just tucks tail and runs out of there. Talon are not getting any good observer wards out that are probably gonna, that could potentially help them out with the upcoming fight. And well, they're gonna try and take out the Swen's first life here. Lasso's up, but a good Lotus Orb actually is gonna hold the Bat Rider in place. Mikoto zips in, and they will get Johnuel. Jackie actually pops his God Strength here, has the BKB and the Satanic. Will pop both of them as they try and take down 23 Savage, but 23 Savage has the Satanic, has the False Promise. He will live for now. Or will he? No! The damage is a bit too much. They actually found the kill. And now without 23 Savage, him being gone for 74 seconds, the world is the oyster for the side of Boom ESPORTS. Or rather, should I say their oyster? As the Centaur pops the BKB inside his own base just so he could run 500 feet, or rather 50 feet back towards his fountain. 500 feet is actually quite a fair amount of distance, so if he actually... And look at Talon, they're so afraid of trying to take down the mana. Jackie's here, he could look to go in if he wants. He's gonna pop the God Strength, he goes in, Lasso is out from the Bat Rider, and they should be able to get the Centaur, but no, the Ghost Scepter actually comes in, the Stampede's out as well. Cuckoo with the False Promise, gonna keep the Centaur alive for now. Mikoto zips in on the Storm, has the BKB, but will not pop it, as I'm not too sure what's going on here. A bunch of BKBs and spells being exchanged, but it's not until the very end. A Dillarmel comes in and Jackie jumps back in on this way that they get some kills. Centaur bites back into the fight as Mikoto in the backlines does take down the Bat Rider, but the deed is done. The lasso was used, the kills were found, and the Raxes have been lost. Talon losing so much here as Armel being such a nuisance on the Queen of Pain. Constantly dropping out a bunch of daggers. Jackie doesn't have the Aegis, but still very, very tanky and hard to kill on the Swen. Satanic pop though by Jackie. Will get some HP back, but man, that Sonic Wave just deletes the Oracle once again. Cuckoo out of the picture. They get Mikoto as well to boot. WS, okay. 3-man Storm coming out from him. Mikoto buys back, but it might just be a time back to catch him out with the Storm Hammer, but he is going to be able to zip away. The Storm Spirit survives the Storm Hammer. And oh my god, if they get the Gyrocopter here, it could be huge. He does not have buyback. Johnny Well goes in with the lasso and the BKB. They have the Sonic Wave and they get the kill. No Savage for 85 seconds. Savage standing on the cover of his TF4. Here, BKB on the last one, and it's out onto the Centaur. Nice false promise, dude. Will keep the Centaur alive for the time being, but Cuckoo will lose his life for it. 90 seconds without buyback as Savage tries to stand his ground, getting harpooned back into Jackie, and Jackie gets the kill in the end with the help of the Daedalus. Remove the BKB so he would have the damage, and it does work out. There's a buyback coming in from Savage, but he's just tanked a Sonic Wave to the face, getting shoved back into his space. Jabs continuing to create chaos on the Pangolier. And when the dust settles, it's 2 buybacks and no kills far from the side of Talon as the Sweat jumps back in, this time onto Savage. Mikoto also gonna drop. They both don't have buybacks, and GG's are dropped instantly as Jackie puts his team on his back. Damage amp is also not that great. Vision he provides. The question is, do they want to try and go straight into them? Well, Tims is going to try and turn around. Chokim's going to spot him out here on the Slark. Tims might be in some trouble, but actually gets the bounty rune. They're going to drop the Blood Grenade along with the Battle Hunger, and the pounce is out from Chokim. So not to go for Essence Shift. Jackie actually dropped the Stormhammer to try and save Tims, but no such luck. It's going to be Chokim. And Chokim, he's actually going to lay down the bounce onto the Mirana, who does not have the leap away. They're going to find the kill with the call. WS hits level 3, pops 1 point to the call, and that's the death of the Mirana. So WS down bottom though, he is done with the Vanguard. Doing very, very well on the Axe, but Jackie, he's gonna hit level 6. God Strength is here, Armel TP's in, and that's gonna be the kill on the WS. The Axe ends up biting the dust as the side of Talon. We try and find the Swen. WS in the vicinity. And Mikoto wants to try and find this kill. He's just going to drop the Laguna along with the Dragon Slave. One more right click will do it, and they will get the kill. Mikoto had the mana to take down the Swen. It's not really going to be successful. Bane TP's in, but it's too little too late. Yatavo's already gone, and that's the work of the Beastmaster. WS off the mark, or was he? Well, he actually did manage to catch the Mirana out with the Blink Dagger. They get the call, they get the kill. But 23 Savage makes it his life's mission to come to the mid lane and take down this tier 1. Just clobbering away with that club as down bottom they actually lost the Swen. Not too sure how that happened. Didn't have the Laguna, but I guess they didn't need it. Armel's here though on the Pangolier, and he wants to try and find Mikoto, but Mikoto with the sidestep, and now the Fiend's Grip. They're gonna hold the Pangolier in place. John, you are looking for the arrow, but the body blocks from WS, they prevent the goddamn arrow from flying through. Ultimately it comes out, but it's too little too late. Armel, he's been put 6 feet under, and that was Talon just completely outplaying the side of Boom on this bottom part of the map. What a play coming out from WS and Co. Oh, and down bottom, they catch out Armel again, but this time around the Roar is there along with the arrow. It's gonna be the death of the Axe and not the Pangolier. The endangered species will survive. Pull this creep wave to the triangle instead. And, armor both of those things, actually. Down bottom, though, gonna have to hold on to that thought, because Cuckoo, in some trouble, is gonna be taken out by Johnny Well. Johnny Well surviving with the Sister Shroud, along with the Wand and the Lotus. Is up to a healthy amount of HP. WS hot on the chase, though. Has the call if need be, but Chokim comes in with the pounce, and they get the kill. A 1-for-1 exchange. Cuckoo still has the grip, so Talon is slipping away on the Axe. In fact, it might someone far more valuable. It might be Mikoto on the Lina. They spot him out. The Roar is there. Tims is here as well on the Chaos Knight, and they don't even need the damage from the Swen as the summons do the work. And boom. In fact, Jabs, he can maybe survive this. He's got a warn for the time being. Cuckoo is actually gonna get caught here by Tims on the Chaos Light, just pot down by Jabs' summons as he gets, well, the Ancient Thunderhide to help him out. And he is still alive through it all. He's still holding on to the one. Finally, the call's out along with the Laguna Blade. They should find the kill with the dunk. In the end, they do take down the Beastmaster and his menagerie. Oh, they caught out the Fangle here though in the mid lane. Do they have the damage? Yes, they do. WS with the dunk gets the kill. And now Tim's gonna be next. Another kill taken here by the Axe. As WS shuts down any prospects on the side of Boom. And they also get the CK here. So, question is, do you want to try and fight this? Jackie does have the Blink Dagger at the ready. Tims is here and they're going to pop the smoke. They're going to try and contest this. The summons trying to walk into the pit. They're going to spot out Cuckoo. Mikoto is going to get out, but while this was happening, Jackie actually found the Slark in the mid lane. And now Rosh, it's actually sitting so low that Jackie can probably go in and clean this up himself. Tims gonna get smoked up here alongside John Newell. They see 23 Savage on the Tidehunter. He is sitting at half HP, but he does have a plate mail. He's not gonna die easy. Ravage Pop preemptively, and that sets up for the call beautifully out onto the Sweat. WS is in there with the call at the plate mail, but Jackie not dead yet, not gonna die. And ultimately, it is gonna have to be Mikoto who finishes the job, as the rest of Talon try and scurry away now that the Ravage has been used. You've lost Jackie on the side of Boom, but I don't think you can still fight this if you're Talon. They're gonna try though. WS goes in. He's gonna get bought down eventually. No, but the Nightmare comes in. And it's 23 Savage who loses his life first. Eventually they're gonna get the axe, but it's Mikoto starting to clean up the fight. A double kill for him. Zarmel trying to survive, but Joachim hot on his tail on the Slark. And that stun is perfect from Mikoto. They will get for John Newell. Okay, he's just gonna be another essence shift stack for the Slark. Mikoto picks up that kill. It's 5 heroes lost for Boom. But Armel, Link, TP away. They're gonna try and find him, but they're not gonna be successful. Jabs with the dust. Should be spotted and bought down here on the Beastmaster. Call completely off the mark by WS. On a target that was standing stationary, but he does get the dunk nonetheless. That's what matters. So, kind of Boom. Although, I see a smoke has been popped by John Newell. Oh, he's gonna be spotted, but the okay call a bit off the mark. In fact, it never came out. The leaf was there. And now Jackie goes in. He's gonna pop the BKB and fight too. He was dropping so low. But he does get the kill in the end. And Talon, in the blink of an eye, end up losing 2 heroes. Oh, but look at this, Tims. He is in solid position to break the smoke. He's gonna find Tidehunter first. They drop the God Strength. They're gonna try and find the Bane, and they get him. Savage now could be in a world of hurt, but honestly, he's got a ton of armor. Not dying that easily, but man, the damage coming in from these summons a bit too much, and ultimately they will get him. Jackie ends up finding himself a double kill, even though it took him a while. In the end, does get it. It's gonna be an S and Y now out on the Swen. But a smoke's out from Boom. As we come back into this game, it's gonna be Joe Camp, but the Shadow Dance completely baits out the Swen, who could be in some trouble. But he gets the BKB off WS. Well, he's gonna get the call off, and Mikoto with the right-click damage is able to completely melt the Swen. Jackie out of life now as the Ravage gets committed from 23 Savage. Armel trying to survive, trying to deal some damage, but he is so low. The barrier will allow him to blink away and TP out of this one, but Boom have kicked the bucket. And it's only the Bane from the side of Talon to fall. Jabs gonna be next on the list. Him, his menagerie, his family, his relatives, all taken down, out of the picture. And well, that's gonna be, that should be Rosh going the way of Talon. It should be spawning very... The Moonlight Shadow here. WS is standing in the trees. Can actually spot him. Cuckoo is gonna drop the sentry ward. He should be spotting Januel, but Jackie goes in. The call is up, but the BKB was popped by the Swen. Jackie Oh wait, he actually did not get the BKB off from the Gouda blade. Deals a fuck ton of damage as Jackie is running, but he is not long for this world. Mikoto will find the kill eventually on the Lina. And Amel trying to drive around, but he is a 2-star Uber driver at best. And well, he's gonna meet his makers. Customer service out from TALON. As they leave a review on this tower. Will eventually TP out though. And, well, it's because they found jabs down bottom. It was WS with the call. And Mikoto who secures the kill. Like every good mid laner. And WS, not gonna lie, this is health. A little less than that. Okay, they're gonna try and find 23 Savage here on the Tide Hunter. But the grip, it's out from Cuckoo. The Yule started to cancel as Amel will continue rolling around. Ravage is gonna get popped by Savage. As he gets nightmared back towards his team. And well, when the dust settles, there's a whole lot of ultimate pressed. And not a lot of kills found. Excuse me. But as I say that, Mikoto will eventually take down the CK. As 7 seconds remaining on the Aegis, they're gonna try and time it, maybe try and take down this Lina. They're waiting, they've controlled up the Lina. The Nightmare is out. Can they actually get Mikoto? Mikoto with the Satanic though, trying to turn it around, has the BKB. He's completely out of mana, but he's not out of his wits yet. He will take down the Swen. Tims is gonna go down here as well, a second time, as it was a dieback from him. Mirana to fall next, and TALON. Looks like they have secured one game and are now one game away themselves from making it to TI. They will survive in this best of 3 for the time being. And we are going to a game number 3. Number 2. But when it comes down to the wire, who's going to cross the finishing line? And in all honesty, I really like the Boob Esports draft, but Talon's draft is not looking all that bad either, right? You have to pick up the full wand along with the circlet next, just get some stats, be resilient against the Ember in the mid lane. Up top, the Savage in some trouble. Shackles was out from Tims, and Savage is dropping really low. Does have the wand though, so might be able to stay alive. The Swashbuckler does not do enough damage, but Tims with the Aether Shock gets the kill. And that's first blood. They take down Savage up in the top lane. That is... Tims also really hits hard on the Shadow Shaman, so... kind of rough, not gonna lie, for, oh, excuse me. Down bottom. I was gonna say it was actually kind of rough for the Tiny, but the Beastmaster is having an arguably worse time, because he's at, what, 10-0, and he just died to Jackie, so... In the meantime, down bottom, they've got the Razor again, this time with the net and the reel-in. WS doesn't have the boots. And he will soon have no life either, as this Beastmaster bites the dust with rotation coming in from Tims. It's Jackie who gets another kill. A very strong start for this race. On to Amel. Up top. Cuckoo might be in some trouble here. There is a shield crash available, but oh no, jabs! That was completely off the mark, and now he's probably gonna die with the bounce coming in from Chokim. You missed the spell, you pay the price. And man, that is gonna be such a heavy cost incurred here in this top lane, because that, it's like boom, they were already having a very good time in the lanes. Oh. Might have spoken at the right time though, because it looks like the Ember is gonna bite the dust with the Sonic Wave. Jabs was there with the Rolling Thunder. Mikoto. Oh, Jazz, he tried to TP down bottom because there is a fight breaking out. The Song of the Siren was used to try and reset, and well, reset they have. In fact, they found themselves 2 kills. That was the Golem committed as the Roar gets dropped by WS. He might find the return kill, and indeed he does. He takes down Amel the once. The Golem actually going to work here along with the summons. Jonuel dropping really low, but with the shackles, they will kill off the Menagerie, and the supports will live. A 2-for-1 exchange, and I think, even though it's not much, but a smoke out from the side of Boom. They want to try and find Savage here on the Tiny, trying to TP out, Rolling Thunder. It will cancel the TP. Savage gonna get caught out here by the Pangolier. Amel drops the Sonic Wave, Dagon's out, and he picks up the kill with the Scream. Choke him. Can do no. They go straight into the BKB next. Serpent Wards drop in the mid lane as they try and take the last remaining tier 1, and in fact they're even going to try and find the Ember, who is by himself. Help is not coming anytime soon. Rooted up by the Snake can go to survive. Slider Fizz drop, turn into a chicken. He is okay for now though. Jabs getting turned around upon as WS joins the party with his menagerie and his zoo. All the animals are here. Straight from the jungle, and Joachim finds himself a double kill. It's 3 dead for Boom. Who better to find than 23 Savage himself, the Tiny, farming, completely ignorant of the Radiant heroes. And that is gonna be his demise here. It's, oh no, it was the neutral creep! What on earth? The neutral creep ended up getting the kill. No way! Oh, that is just rough if you're Boom Esports. Sweet time. WS's smoke is gonna break, and John Uel gets away with the help of the Tumbler's toy, but Tim's not gonna be so lucky. He's gonna be taking down here on the Shaman. Okay, what? He's actually surviving. Yules, he's hurled up in the air by someone. It's not his own Yules because he doesn't have it. And Talon, okay, takes them a bit longer, but they get the Shaman eventually. They will get their Kentucky Fried Chicken. Oh, Armel though, he was trying to go in, but there is the counter initiation coming in from Jabs, although it is not enough. They will take down the Queen of Pain. No Sonic Wave for this fight. Razor though, he goes in. Jackie is trying to take down 23 Savage with a Depth Shroud. He's going to keep the Tiny alive from now as Jackie turns his attention towards the Beastmaster. The Beastmaster dropping low. He will eventually fall, and it's 3 dead on the side of Talon as the Slug falls, and so does the Tiny ultimately. And Roche is on the menu with that Static Link damage and the Mjolnir. They are going to be able to get this Aegis. Absolutely massive stuff coming out here from Boom. Armel might have had to sacrifice his life, but no. And up top, Armel. Okay, well, he's going to be around here. Blood Grenade was dropped onto Tims, but Tims is surviving for now. We'll get off the Serpent Wards before he falls. In the meantime, I heard a roar. It was by WS. It was to try and get away, but the Jabs Bangle here is hot on his tail. Mikoto is going to blink in. Oh, excuse me, Armel's going to blink in, not Mikoto. And he's still holding on to his ult. He's got more spells at the ready if need be, but it seems like slowly but surely Talon, they are scraping away against the side of Boom. The Razor's here though, and they should definitely be able to find the Chokim Slug if no one else. Make it a 1-for-1 trade, but I think it's a trade that Talon are happy with. It's in, but Chokim's out of there on the Slug. It's going to be fine here. Jackie, 40 seconds remaining on the Aegis. Will be able to finish the Manta style before it as Joachim makes a move for Tims, but Tims is alive. He gets the Shackle off onto the Ember, and there's the rock coming in from Cuckoo. They will most certainly find the Shadow Shaman, but the question is, what are they going to lose for it? And it might just be the Slug, who's buying a lot of time, and buying enough time so that Savage can actually come in and get the cleanup onto John Uel as well. 20. Well, Roshan is up, and Talon, they're going to step into the pit here. Got a Beastmaster, and they take Roshan down very, very quickly. In fact, the Roar is not out just yet, but I think Chokim's positioning should give away the fact that Talon were in and around Roche. X is out. Chokim's going to be spotted, but the Dark Pact is going to be there. Ember Spirit comes in from the back line. Mikoto looking to take down the supports. The Roar is out onto the Razor. The Razor unable to get the BKB off. The Chaotic Offering is there. Can Jackie survive? Yes, he can, and he gets off the BKB. He gets off the Satanic Savage. He is strapped by the Serpent Wards. Nowhere to go for the Tiny as Jackie goes back up to full. It's 4 dead for the side of Talon when the dust settles. And Mikoto, soon to be the last man alive on Talon. Or rather, should I say, the last man dead. As Boom, they will secure Roshan, and they might have just secured their spot at the International here, folks. 4 dead on Talon with no buyback. 1 buyback available, that is on the Slug. Eventually, the Siege Creep will fall. But so might Talon's Tier 3 in the bottom lane. As Chokim in the back line, he tried to get a D-Ward off, and he succeeded, but at what cost? He's dead. Has buyback. Can pop it if need be, but takes down the Tier 3 in the mid lane though. Savage, he's been caught out. Shackles are out as well, and WS is just going to commit the Raw. They're going to try and take down Tims on the Shadow Shaman, and with the Raw used, Jackie should have free reign over this fight now. Mikoto trying to stand his ground, trying to push back Jackie on the Razor, but Jackie is still holding on to the Manta style. Has a Dispel if need be. They might just get the first life here for the Razor. The Satanic not popped, and he's got Refresher Orb for round number 2, and both BKB charge as well. They're going to pop the Depth Shroud to try and keep Savage alive. Jackie's still holding on to the BKB. Will finally pop it. Song of the Siren comes through, looking to buy some time. What on earth? That was the Sonic Wave committed as well by Amel. That's an interesting song coming out from John Uel. There's not much he can do about this. Serpent Ward's gonna do the work. Amel jumps in, there's the Hex, out onto the Ember Spirit, jabs, goes in with the Rolling Thunder. Onto the back line, but the Chaotic Offering has been dropped, so the skill onto Warlock might not really mean all that much. Amel picks it up with the Dagon, I hear a roar, it's out onto the Shadow Shaman, but he's still surviving. Turns into a chicken until he ultimately gets cut down to size by the Ember. But Amel, he goes in with the Sonic Wave, pops the Refresher. There's a second Sonic Wave at the ready if need be. The Song of the Silence popped, the BKB was popped by Savage, so he just got wailed on by the Razor. And now, WS ensnared up, fought down low. Buybacks come out from Talon as they try and hold on to their base. But Jackie, he is sending them a clear message. And that message is really going to force the side of Talon to make a move here. And it's Savage to start things off with the Avalanche. Turned into a chicken though instantly by the Shadow Shaman. The disables are perfect. 4-star keeping him alive along with the Depth Shroud. Savage, okay, he will be able to get away, but can he actually get out? Yeah, jabs. He's controlling up Savage right outside his base. The damage not going to be enough to bring down the Tiny, but it's a different story for the two supports, and it's a Mega Creep secured here for the side of Boom. Amel, he's gonna blink in. Shiva's guard is out from him, and damage available. WS looking for a rod. He can't really find it though, and he pops the Refresher off. Oh my god, I guess he popped it on the Lincoln Sphere, as it doesn't do all that much. In the meantime, on the backlines, Amel inside the Dire base. They've taken down 23 Savage. No buyback for the Tiny. The carry is dead, and Boom, just a few steps away. Like, it's really going to be the case. Buybacks available on the Razor and the Pangolier. I hear a roar in the back line, and it was out onto the Shadow Shaman. They tried to take down Tims, but Tims is still alive. Song of the Siren popped. And well, that's going to allow Jackie to steal all the damage away from the Beastmaster. Look at that Static Link go to work. It's 200 attack speed and damage for the Razor. As one by one, Talon, they take a tumble like dominoes. The chat wheels are out. The Serpent Wards are dropped, and that's it.